Congratulations, Leah. I'm so proud of you. Were you
Thank you
excited
so
to?
much. Yeah, it was great. I could finally tell everyone and the secret's out.
So how long was the gap between the time that you filmed the show and then last night?
Probably like it was 2019, so like 3 years before
Oh, was
COVID.
that long ago?
Yeah, yeah.
How do you keep a secret that long?
I don't even know. I was just like in times, I was just like, I don't even know if the show's gonna come out because it was so long. And then like, at a point, I was like, okay, well, I guess I just know that I want a show, but I can't tell anyone. And like now that I can tell everyone, it's just crazy.
Do
And
you hide the trophy then in the house somewhere so nobody sees it?
no, I actually just got the trophy recently, so they
Oh,
only gave it to me a few days ago. Yeah.
well, did you get the Viking kitchen stuff?
No, not yet. It's after the yeah.
We've got to have all that stuff, right? What is it like?
Mhm.
So how old are you now?
I'm 13 turning 14 this year.
Man, you're like you're out of this. You don't even care anymore, right? How is it competing against kids though? Is that really difficult? Because I noticed a lot of chaos going on, and I thought, oh, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it was crazy in the kitchen. There was whenever it was like a team challenge, I would hope that it would be an all girls team because we worked so well together as all girls every single time. But then of course there's some people it's harder for them to work as a group, as a team. So you have to just cooperate with people and just try to like go with what they have and like work together and try your best to get out there.
Could you tell who was really dedicated to cooking and who wasn't?
Well, Grayson was definitely very dedicated to cooking. He knows everything about it. And like just the way he talks about cooking is just adult level. I don't even know. Like I've never heard someone talk about cooking that like strategically and so like I don't even know how to say it, but he's just so like into cooking and he knows everything about cooking.
So do you actually cook much at home, or is like, nah, I don't care?
No, I do cook at home. I always try to cook with my mom, like for dinner times and like make dumplings like all the time with her. But it's definitely not as much as I used to.
And are you pursuing it as a career? Would it be something that would happen, or is it like, oh yeah, that was good?
No, it's definitely still a thought because like my parents, they also own two restaurants, so it could be a thought in the future. But there's also other things that I'm into,
Such as,
such as like golf. Now I'm very into that, and I'm also very into like arts because I like to like paint and draw and do all different type of art stuff.
so then when you look back on this and you watch yourself, what do you say? Do you say, or
Yeah, like I'm definitely it's a little weird seeing me as a 10-year-old on the show and it's weird finally seeing me on TV. But it was a wonderful and very unique experience that I would never like want to trade for anything. So being on there was wonderful.
well, what didn't you expect that actually happened when you started it? Did you go, I didn't realize it was going to be like this, or this was going to be a part of it?
Yeah, so before I went on the show, I was just like saying like, "Oh mom, can I go audition for this?" And it was just a little thing. I did not expect to even get to like top 10 to even be on the show. So when I first was in the kitchen in the first episode when it was top 16, I was so nervous and I was just like, I'm finally here in the kitchen itself and in front of Gordon Ramsay and all of them. It's just crazy how like what you see on TV and being in person is so different.
Do the judges actually hang around, or they just show up and they do a little shooting at one time?
Yeah, no, we only saw them for like the shooting and then they stayed for like a few seconds, but then they had to go to their own like
So
trailer.
how mean was Gordon?
Gordon
Everybody
was
talks
not.
about he's always so mean. Did you find that?
No, he's a teddy bear. Honestly, I think it's just like for the shows, he's like really mean in the adult shows, but for us, he's not that mean. Yeah.
Did you get that restaurant yet? Have you been to his restaurant? No.
No, I haven't gotten any prizes yet. I have to wait until after.
Crazy. We've got to get the prizes. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't cook. I am so bad at it. I cannot do it. I can't scramble an egg. I can't do anything. But what would you advise me to have for a kitchen? What kind of things do I need to have? I mean, tools. If I were to buy 5 tools, what would they be?
I would say definitely get a saucepan or like a pan just to cook stuff. Like you can do a lot of stuff with a pan. Get like a pot too. Um, Definitely get, well, some people might not know how to use chopsticks, but I use chopsticks all the time in the kitchen and to cook and everything. So I think that's a good thing. Get some paper towels because you'll make a mess in there. You're not perfect. So bring some paper towels. And last thing, plates. Don't forget your plates because you
Don't
have to
forget
need
plates.
really, yeah. Where are you
Okay,
going to put the food?
so then what kind of ingredients do I need to have in my kitchen at all times? 5? Can you give me 5 that, and not fennel, because I think
Yeah.
fennel is a real bad thing.
Yeah. I have soy sauce all the time in my kitchen. It's just part of everything I cook with. Mirin, it's like a sweet type of sauce, but it's like kind of like it helps stuff become sweeter. Yuzu, it's kind of like lemon juice, in a way. And then of course you need your regular salt and pepper.
Have you had disasters?
Yes, I've had tons of disasters like on the show, but they didn't put that in. But like, of course, everyone makes mistakes. Like I cut my finger and I didn't make my caramel and it crystallized every time. But you have to learn from those mistakes and keep moving on.
But their kitchens look different. It looks like it's like a higher end kind of thing than I would have. Are the stoves a little hotter than what a stove would be? Are the knives a little sharper than the ones I'd have at home? I mean, what is the equipment like in that whole situation?
Yeah, the equipment is actually pretty much the same. It's just like the different environment and like just the time and everything in that like it's like more like how do I say this? It's more like you have to stay focused and it's just like a little box that you have. Like usually your kitchen's like really like big and long and you can do everything. But in that you only have like a certain amount of space you can use. Yeah.
Well, have you had meltdowns?
Yeah, I've had a bunch of meltdowns. When I couldn't like yeah. I had a bunch of meltdowns, yeah. Just like when I like couldn't make what I wanted to do or I couldn't like do it and I was just like struggling and the time was like going down because that time clock
Oh,
is
forget
just
it.
it was
Forget the clock.
yeah.
That's
It
stupid,
was
right?
yeah, and then just messing up and also like looking at the dishes that your like friends made on the show, like what they made and then compared to yours, you like think like, "Oh my God, I might leave tonight."
How do you handle the crying that goes on? Because to me, that would be really difficult. If I saw somebody crying, I'd rather go over and comfort them than deal with something that was burning on the stove.
Yeah, no, when I see people cry, I always like take a second to say, "Hey, are you okay?" But then yet again, I also have to get my dish ready, but I have to always check up on them because I feel very bad that yeah.
It's the weirdest thing. Okay, how does this compare to the adult version as you can see it? Is it just as intense? I know they said things last night about how, oh, this is better than any adult thing. But is it, or is there that whole element of kids that I would really want to just kind of tie down at some point?
Mhm. No, I definitely think that our challenges were very hard. Of course, the adult challenges are hard too, but the ones where we had to follow Gordon Ramsay and cook alongside him and be at the same pace as him, that's something that adults like they also struggled with, and we were struggling with in that kitchen. So I definitely think that you can't overlook the fact that just because we're kids, it's going to be easier. It's definitely still hard, but the adults, of course, they're going to still have harder things.
But why do kids want to cook? I mean, I would rather be cooked for personally.
Yeah, no, same. Sometimes I just want to kick my feet up and like have someone cook for me. Yeah. But I love cooking because I feel like it's a time that I can like just let go of everything and just be freedom and cook whatever I want in the kitchen. Like no one's gonna care of like if it's perfect or not. So it's for me, it's a free time and it's also time to spend time with your family. It's a bonding time. And I always cook with my mom. I always cook with my dad and my brother sometimes too. And it's just a time for me to enjoy and take a break.
What's your go-to thing that you like to cook?
Um, Definitely the dumplings, or like sometimes I just like take a like box of noodles and try to make like a stir fried thing.
So are you a snack food person, or do you go, oh, no, 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 we don't do those things?
Yeah, of course we all know that snacks are bad and everything, but I'm a big snack person. I gotta say it. Yeah.
So what's your go-to snack?
Ooh, popcorn. There's this certain type of popcorn that I really like. I forgot the name, but no, I love popcorn. My favorite snack.
Popcorn's good. Can you add a lot of things to it, or do you do that? Do you like drizzle chocolate on it? And no, just plain popcorn.
Well, caramel popcorn is the
Okay.
best.
All right,
Yeah.
that's good. Well, now let's say I'm sure there are kids who want to go on this show. What advice do you give them? Because geez, the level of knowledge seemed really high to me. It wasn't just like I was baking cookies with grandma.
Yeah. No, it's definitely, you have to know at least a few stuff about cooking, like, because it's kind of, when you get into it, you have to just, they give you the thing and you just have to think about it and you have to be like, okay, this is what I'm making and I have to do it. Like, you can't like second guess yourself. You can't be like, oh, but like, should I make this? Can I make this? No, you have to take risks and you have to just say, hey, if I don't make it, it's okay, but at least I tried.
How do you fix something up so it tastes better? You know, when you kind of looks like it's botched, how do you fix it?
Yeah, I tried. Usually, people eat with their eyes. So I love plating. It's kind of like an art style for me, and I love being creative with that. So if it doesn't taste the best, try to plate it and make it look better.
Plating is always the key. I'm going to
Yeah.
remember that one. That'll be good. Put a big old flower on top of it and people, it's great, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you going on the tour? Will you be on the tour?
Yes, yes, I am going on the tour and it's September 15th through October 16th, 17th-ish, I think.
So what will they have you do? I mean, will you just kind of stand around? Will you be a judge and go, oh, that's really bad. That's really awful. Or how will
Yeah,
you
I'm not sure yet, but I think we're gonna be like doing like cooking in front of like live cooking and like we're gonna play games and we're just gonna just hang out with the fans, I think.
I like that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's well, I'm gobsmacked that it was been 3 years. I
Yeah.
I was thinking that tonight you'd be all worn out from cheering last night, and here we are, and you know how it is. So
Yeah.
anyway, well, congratulations. I'm so proud, but I want to see that trophy. Bring it with when you come, and so then I can see how good it looks,
I
right?
could actually get it now if you want to see it.
Go get it. I want to
Yeah,
see it.
okay. I'll be
Yeah,
right
I want
back.
to see it.
Wait, Mom, do you know where it went? It was in my room? Okay.
Liya is getting the trophy. We want to see this. It was the most coveted trophy ever, according to the show last night. So we'll see. Liya put it away somewhere. Who knows? I was going to say, they said on the show, it's the most coveted trophy. Everybody wants this trophy. So like, you
Yeah.
can find it in the house. Here it is. Is it heavy?
Yeah, it's actually heavier than I thought because it's not like plastic. It's actually glass, I think. Yeah.
Well, don't break it,
Yeah.
right? Good. Well, Liya, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Congratulations. And I hope to see you when you're here and you're cooking.
Thank you
Okay.
so much.
So make something good and don't screw up because I do that.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.